You are welcome back to my channel. I must say this is not the best of time for Fulani bandits in Nigeria, for terrorists, because to have it, the President, Senator Tinubu, have made it very clear that he's going to decisively deal with bandits, Fulani militias. More so, as I come out clearly to say that he's going to strategically partner with American government and any other foreign partner of Nigeria to ensure that we get to the root of all this terrorism and stamp them out of every inch of Nigerian territorial integrity. A good one, I must say. More so, as the umbrella body of Fulanis, talking about Mietala, is hearing a hot from American Congress. As we have it, there's a move to sanction members of that organization. But I want to say at this point that the North are the major problem of this issue of banditry, particularly some of their leaders. Because you can imagine a situation where someone like Gumi is telling federal government that we should allow bandits to guard our forests for peace to reign. I must say this is unacceptable. It's unacceptable because bandits are criminals. And this is the same person who do not want us to address bandits as criminals. In another development, he made it very clear that federal government should back good bandits to stop bad ones. The way he put it, say back good bandits to stop bad ones. Gumi tells federal government. I must say this is unacceptable. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing like good bandits. Bandit is bandit. Bandits are terrorists. Bandits are criminal. They are the same thing we know as Fulani militias, that the Global Terrorism Desk already said that the Fulani militia of Nigerian extraction is the fourth most deadliest terrorist group in the world. But let me bring you up to speed with what is contained in the Guardian newspaper, specifically where Gumi made a statement by saying, allow bandits to guard our forests for peace to reign. He go further to say that we are fighting a tribal war. I don't know where he derived that from. That's why I want to bring it to your knowledge for you to see the type of character we have in this country. He said, Islamic cleric Sheikh Gumi has declared that Nigeria is fighting a tribal war, calling for amnesty for bandits if they must quit their criminal acts. He specifically urged farmers across the country to allow herdsmen to protect their forests. According to Gumi, with the ongoing tribal war, the federal government is supposed to remain neutral. The Islamic scholar, while admitting that the bandits are committing all sorts of crimes, also said that atrocities have been committed against them by various tribes across Nigeria. What you call banditry, when you cross to the other side, you discover Nigeria is fighting a tribal war, and government is supposed to be neutral. It is supposed to be neutral. It is not supposed to take side. Gumi said on Arise TV on Wednesday morning. But the moment government takes side, it becomes part of the conflict. And this is what I saw in Zamfara State, in Niger State, and other states. You begin to wonder, what Gumi mean by the government is taking side. And you begin to wonder what Gumi mean by Nigeria is fighting a tribal war. Tribal war between who and who? Bandits are always the aggressor. Bandits are always the one killing. Bandits are always the one invading communities without provocation. Can we forget in a hurry the one that happened in Plateau State? How the governor of Plateau State came out clearly to say that this is genocide in nature, that it has nothing to do with the other farmers' clashes. But listen to the governor of Plateau State. I'll come back to further this conversation.
What has happened on the Plateau is not a clash between farmers and herders. Please hear me and hear me well. What has been happening is genocide, and I want the international community to note it. We think we know those behind it. We are coming after them. Already a number of arrests have been made, and we know that those arrested are only agents of the masterminds behind these attacks. and we know that there are powerful forces behind them.
So having heard from the governor of Plateau State, I think it's now abundantly clear that the narrative of Gumi is self-serving. And apart from that, when we had the issue of Yewata in Benue State, the traditional ruler that addressed the president, Senator Tinubu, when he went there to show empathy, was equally emphatic that what happened is purely genocide, that it is not herders whose community clashes. Okay, what do the Fulani militias want Nigerians to believe that they are fighting? They are fighting for. Because these are the same group of people that have been proven that they are alien to this country, that they are foreigners. Or can we forget in a hurry the statement that came from Kawu Baraji, as you can see on the screen? How they brought Fulani militias from different parts of African country to remove a Jonathan from office. I think he made that statement in Lorry during his 70th birthday celebration. So, looking at all of this, how do you still sufficiently believe that this issue will end if government is not showing enough decisive action? Because I can vividly remember under a Jonathan government, how some other governors accused Jonathan government of committing genocide against the North. Because of the way and manner the then government, through the then chief of army staff, General Jirika, was decimating bandits, Boko Haram then. So they went all the way to America to even address a press conference accusing the Nigerian government of committing genocide, killing northern youths. Now the evil they pampered, the evil they nurtured, is now haunting everybody. And if you see their stance currently, you see their posture, see their narrative, you understand that they even want to rope Nigerian government. Because I can imagine a situation where at the instance of this controversy, Gumi was telling Nigerian government that they should summon the US ambassador, asking to retract the statement that came from the president of the United States of America talking about Donald Trump. And that he failed to retract it, that Nigeria should sever tie with United States of America. For me, that was purely setting trap for the man Tinubu himself. Though I know that Tinubu is wiser than that, because he was calm, and at the end of the day, he came out clearly to say that yes, Nigeria is engaging our foreign partners, including America, and that Nigeria is willing and ready to strategically partner with American government and any other foreign partner to stamp out these terrorists out of every inch of Nigerian territorial integrity. Because whether we like it or not, it doesn't matter the impression that the likes of Gumi want to create. Bandits are criminals. Bandits are people that should not have a space in any civilized society. Because the narrative out there that America is coming for our natural resources. The question is, do we not sell our natural resources like solid mineral, crude, and any other resources to earn foreign exchange? And has America not been our old ally in terms of commerce and industry, in terms of trade and investment, in terms of even fighting insecurity? So if Nigeria decides to sell natural resources to America, how does that amount to America coming to take our natural resources? Because for me, we need the partnership of most of these foreign nationals to address this. Because if you look at the issue of solid mineral in Nigeria, you understand that somehow the banditry is tied to the illegal mining of solid mineral in Nigeria. Because there's a video that's going around on the internet where you can clearly see a senator who have come out to explain the role of most of these foreign nationals, most of these foreign countries in promoting banditry, just to create space, to create territory for themselves, to be able to easily, seamlessly mine and cut away the solid mineral we have in this country. The question is, as the president, the governors, local government chairmen, they have a responsibility collectively to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. Because if you look at section 14, section 2B of 1999 Constitution as amended, it's very clear that the welfare of the people and their security shall be the primary purpose of governance. More so, as the president, the governors, the local government chairmen, in their respective capacities, have sworn to an oath to protect the lives and properties of Nigerians. I think this they must do without excuse. But to say we should submit to terrorism by negotiating with them is unacceptable. As far as I'm concerned, once we are negotiating, you are automatically submitting to terrorists. It doesn't matter the opinion of the likes of Gumi, we must call them by their name. Because I understand that he's not comfortable, each time we call Fulani militias, bandits, criminals. They are criminals and that is who they are. And we must treat them as such. And we must treat them as such. What other name, if I may ask Gumi, do you want Nigerians, do you want the world to call the lives of Gumi? What other names, if I may ask Gumi, do you want the world, do you want Nigerians to call the lives of Tojibelo, the lives of Adaleru, the lives of Akwashi that is currently operating in the Faskari local government area of Katsina State, if not criminals? These are people I can remember vividly when, in the recent time, the same Tojibelo adopted about 50-something persons in Katsina State. Ransom of $1 million was placed on each and every one of them. And it turned out that those who could not raise the ransom were disallowed one after the other. So what other name do Gumi want us to call them? These are people who, with sophisticated weapon, AK-47, even weapon beyond AK-47. So what other name do Gumi want us to call them? As we have it, the governor of Borno State have come out clearly, Babagana Zulum, to say that Boko Haram is already using drones to attack the military. And I want to say that the same thing we had in the Sambisa forest under Jonathan. There's no difference between Boko Haram in Sambisa forest and Tojibelo in the forest in Zamfara and Katsina. There's no difference between the Boko Haram we had in Sambisa forest to the bandits, the Fulani militias we have in Kwara State, who are currently sacking communities. So which other name do Gumi want us to call them? They are criminals, they are animals, they don't deserve to live. The best option for Nigerian government is to move in, acquire monopoly of currency power, smuggle them out of the hiding places, set them running and bring them to justice. It's a legitimate thing to keep bandits. It's a legitimate thing to arrest them, prosecute them, to act as deterrent to others. I want to say whichever comes first is a legitimate thing. Because under Nigerian law, in the first place, if you are not a police officer, a military officer, naval officer, air force, name it, any of the paramilitary agencies, I must say, you are not empowered to bear arms. Once you do, you are bearing illegally. So, for people who are possessing arms, who are bearing arms illegally, and Gumi say we should not call them criminal, what other name does Gumi want us to call them? And these are equally people who have been proving that they are non-Nigerian, that they are foreigners, who come all the way from Burkina Faso, Mali, Libya, name it. That's the same set of people Gumi is asking Nigerian government to allow to start guiding our forests that we should start negotiating with. I must say it's unacceptable Though personally, I've been a very strong advocate that the governors should be given some level of security power to enable them to address this issue of insecurity in their respective states. You can understand that the governors have always complained that they do not command the security architecture in their respective states, even as on paper they are the governors and the chief security officers of their respective states. So I put a very strong advocate that the governors should be allowed to operate some security power. But the question is, when the federal government came up with this issue of forest guard, we saw the lukewarm attitude, the foot dragging of the state governors in keying into it. Because we understand that the federal government at the time gave state governors nod to start recruiting personnel between 2,000 and 5,000 depending on their financial capacity. But what is some disturbing, seeing that the states were reluctant in doing this. Particularly states like Zamfara, Katsina, Kwara, Benue, where the activities of this banditry is very high. But if you say negotiation is an option, how long do you continue that negotiation? How long can you sustain it? More so, as those we often see that come for negotiation always come fully armed. And after negotiation, they go back to their abodes fully armed. So it means anytime they get dissatisfied with the peace deal, whatever peace deal you enter into with them, they go back and start kidnapping and committing all manner of crime. More so, as even the same Gumi have said that the bandits will not drop their weapon. Now that he has even come out to say Nigeria is fighting a tribal war, that the federal government is supposed to be neutral. I think Nigerians should be bold enough to ask Gumi, what is the tribal war? Who is fighting who? As far as I'm concerned, the Fulani militias are the aggressor. The Fulani militias are those who have been invading people's ancestral homes. They are the one who have been disaliving people. They are the one who, of course, everybody have since known to be committing genocide against communities. Because, I said it because we saw the statement that came from the governor of Plateau State in the wake of the killing that happened in Plateau, where over 70 persons were disalived. The governor came out clearly to say these are nothing to do with anything host community header clashes. This is purely genocidal in nature. We saw a similar development in Benue State when the president, Senator Tinubu, went there to show empathy in the wake of Yewata killing, massacre. How a monarch will come out to say this is genocidal in nature. And as we have it, the global terrorism desk already made it very clear that the Fulani militia of Nigerian extraction is the fourth most deadliest terrorist group in the world. Or can we forget in a hurry how they attempted to assassinate a sitting governor, talking about Simon Otom as a governor of course, as the governor of Benue State. How after the attempted assassination, a group that goes by the name of Fulani Nationality Movement came to say yes, that they did it. That the governor was lucky, that next time he will not be that lucky. So what else are we looking for? And the question I continue to ask, whose interest is it that Fulani militias, bandits, should not be killed? Whose interest is it that Boko Haram members should not be killed? I want to believe that those Nigerians in Zamfara, in Katsina, where you have Muslim in majority, who are suffering as a result of activities and operations of Tojibelo, Adaleru, Akwashi, and co, will be happy if they see Tojibelo being killed or arrested, or if they see Adaleru being killed or arrested. Because what is happening is beyond I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm an idol worshipper. It borders on the sanctity of life. It borders on the security of lives and properties of Nigerians. As far as I'm concerned, if Nigerian government take out Toji Bello, Ada Aleru, or any other bandit for that matter, I'll be happy for it. If American government come here, takes them out, I'll be happy for it. If a Russian government comes here, takes them out, I'll be happy for it. If France government come here, take them out, I'll be happy for it. That is why I say I am happy seeing that Nigerian government have come out to see that we will strategically partner with our foreign partners to stamp out these terrorists out of every inch of Nigerian territorial integrity. A good one, I must say. The way to go, I must say. Because as you have it, the foreign partners have the expertise to address this insecurity. Because we saw the revelation of a former House of Assembly member from Borno State recently, who made it very clear that the general government was getting it right when the election of 2015 was postponed to enable the then government address the issue of insecurity, particularly occasioned by Boko Haram, because they went and brought in mercenaries who were leveraging on technology to decimate Boko Haram. And according to the former House of Assembly member from Borno State, they were leveraging on technology and they were going for precision bombing after getting the location or rather their target. And they will often come back with evidence before and after bombing to show that they were getting it right. What did we witness next? Muhammad Buhari came in 2015 and jettisoned the whole idea. And today, we are back in the trenches. I must say that we need the collaboration of our foreign partners to decisively deal with this issue. I must say very thankful for this.